Jack, welcome to the show, man. I'm excited, as always, to have these conversations, but today to talk a little bit about something we don't talk about a lot, but it's under us every single day. So let's jump into this. First of all, thank you for your time, Jack. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. That's a fun way of saying what we're going to talk about, that it's under us every day. I've never thought
Under
about it
us every
like
day.
this.
And
Yeah.
it's the things that we kind of take for granted. And it's the thing that doesn't appreciate like the other things that we buy when we buy real estate. But before we get there, Jack, tell us a little bit about who you are. What's your professional background and where are you at today, man?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I'm originally from Germany, live in Phoenix, Arizona, came here at age 27. I'm 54 now, so it's 27 years I've been here now. As a matter of fact, sometime in like a couple of weeks from now, I'll be officially 27 years here, and came here to do an MBA. So I had a German master's in business and came over here to do an exchange program and add an American Master of Business Administration. So I got basically two masters. Started in corporate America at a software consulting firm. Not because I liked it, but very simply because that was the only job I could get because of some prior college working experience that would allow me to get the green card. So when you come here as an immigrant, you don't automatically get a green card. Obviously, if you want to do the legal way, which is obviously the way that I've done it, is you have to get a job where the company sponsors your process to get the green card. In my case, it took 5.5 years, worked in the software industry, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, but hey, it did what I needed to do, because I also had met this wonderful young lady here, also an immigrant from Honduras, Central America, and we wanted to try out this relationship and make it really see if we can make it work. We're married now 23 years, so that worked out.
Congratulations.
But,
Yeah.
thank you. And then 2-3 years into it, we realized that this is not the career path we wanted to go. And we couldn't quit, but we started, I was working 70, 80 hours a week, but the pain was so much, meaning the pain of like not being together, constantly being at work, working on something I didn't like. In the technology work, you constantly have to study and learn the newest and things. And once you learn the new technology, it's outdated already. And didn't want to do all of that all the time. Plus, it wasn't even my passion at all. And so it was a means to an end to the green card. So we looked at the site and we stumbled into real estate. And from real estate, we developed a strategy to make money through an asset class that most other people overlook, that can actually has a lot of advantages from a point of view that there's no tenants, toilets, and termites, there's no repairs, you don't have to actually go visit the property. So something that I could do while I was traveling, while I was at work, while I was a job that I didn't have to take days off to go visit property, meet with contractors and things like that.
What does it mean to you to be a millionaire?
It really, it means nothing from a point of view of like, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. No, I'm very down to earth, normal kind of person. That's the feedback I get from everyone when we meet our students and we have events and things like that. They're like, Jack, you're so normal. It's like, why wouldn't I be, right? It's like, just because we figured something out that makes us money doesn't make me Superman, or doesn't make me like something that I can all of a sudden walk around as like I'm this, but I'm better than anyone else. No, from that point of view, nothing. But from a point of view of just peace of mind, it has changed the world for me. Like being able to wake up, like for example, earlier this year, I took 3 months off. I took a 3-month sabbatical. And part of that is I walked what's called the 𝗘𝗀𝗃 de Santiago, which is a 500-mile pilgrimage to Spain. And not necessarily did it for religious reasons. I just wanted to kind of simplify life. So I put a backpack on my back and got some walking sticks and flew down to Spain and walked 500 miles in 35 days, knowing, and it's super expensive. It was the cheapest trip I've ever taken, because you stay like in $15, $20 like hostels and stuff like that. Or even if you stay in a hotel, it's like $50. But it's not about the money. It's about, I met so many people there that were like struggling financially and struggling and had to really like, can I do this or can I do that? Or, and I had to think about every $5 I spent. And I was just like, I didn't say anything about it, but I simply walked and just knew that I can stay anywhere, can eat anything I want, I can do anything I want, what I want to do, and at the same time, it's not going to make a dent in the bank account because, or it's not the wrong say that the income is secure no matter what I do, right? And that was a beautiful thing because it allows you to really do in life what you really want to do. Yes, we have people in their 80s that are just one lady, Aline, just made $65,000 on a deal, and made more in other deals. And we have college students that made $700,000 in their first year, or 600,000. Sorry, I'm wrong. What makes it? Everyone can do this. I think it's an inner attitude. The first question is, people think it is complicated. Real estate is complicated, and normal real estate is more complicated. Like, I have to say, we failed at house wholesaling because we didn't know how to estimate all the repairs of the kitchen. So in a house wholesaling situation where you get a house, let's say that's worth $500,000 and you want to get it for $300,000, and you're estimating that there's $40,000 in repair, that deal works because you now sell it for $330,000, make $30,000. Somebody puts $40,000 in it, plus all these other costs. They're really at $400,000. What we do need to estimate is the market value, which we figured out the 5-minute formula that you can figure out every property market value very, very quickly, well, in 5 minutes. And so when I talk to people, their first hurdle is like, well, I don't have time, this is too complicated. And that is true when you go into something that requires a lot of time and that is complicated. Like house rehabbing, you become a fix and flipper, it's like a second job because first of all, you gotta you gotta hire the contractors. So that's one of the things that that's like more like a hurdle in their mind, that they think, oh my God, this is so much work, this is so complicated. And of course, doing land flipping is work too. You got to put up some systems in place and things, but it's so much simpler than everything else that we have a lot of people that actually do this, that add it on part-time to what they already do. And then over time, it replaces what they do, or it allows them the freedom to step back and do what they do, not full-time anymore. Our process only has 5 steps. Like, you select an area in the country, you can do this because you can do this virtually anywhere. You can do this anywhere in the country virtually from home. You send direct mail or contact these owners. We use direct mail or cold calling, but we don't cold call ourselves. We hire a company to cold call for us. We get leads, we make offers. We do a little bit follow-up on those offers because sometimes it takes the second or third offer before they accept it. And then once we have an offer accepted, we go find the best realtor in the area, typically, to go sell the property for us, and we make money. Like, that is as simple as it gets, is a process, and there's none of these other stuff involved. So, but within that, of course, there's a few things you need to learn, the situations you come across, and the people who fail are the people that simply don't trust themselves and don't have that belief that delayed gratification belief. They want instant gratification, and delayed gratification is simply that I do the work today, and it's going to take me a few weeks to set this up and a few weeks to get this all going, and then I get the deals, and then I get the money. And they often give up after just like 2-3 weeks if they don't have already the big check in their hand.
The thing I heard or actually I feel like I saw it when you said it, was the cash for life thing, the forever cash. And I'm thinking that this is probably how you acquire a piece of property for $30,000, you sell it, say, for $60,000 or whatever it may be. You get that $30,000 down payment. And then over time, you basically are seller financing this piece. Yeah. So your capital gains are spread out over time. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. So you only pay taxes as the money comes in, and then after, of course, subtracting all your necessary business expenses, which, of course, just like if you have a medical practice, includes your car, includes your trips to in this case, like if you have a piece of land in Hawaii, you can go to Hawaii to go visit your land, and then the flight becomes deductible, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what my CPA tells me. So I'm not trying to do anything illegally, right? So it's that, so et cetera, et cetera. So you subtract that from it. But yeah, of course, if you do the wholesale deals, you pay taxes on it. If you do the self-financing deals, you spread out the income, and therefore you pay only taxes on the money that comes in. But that actually leads us to a third kind of step. And that third step is really what we call our wealth creation step. And that is that imagine you're making $1 million in combination of those things, whether that comes from cash flow or from one-time deals. You owing $300,000 or $350,000 in taxes or whatever it is like you're owing the taxes on that. Well, one thing we have added to the puzzle, and that obviously that we teach people just in principle though, just we make them aware of that, is that what we have done is we now have started buying. So we have buying single family and multifamily properties. So we have nothing against houses. It's just a more complicated way to make money if you want to flip.